Hey guys, hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to take on another psychiatric disorder which is called as the factitious disorder. So in case of factitious disorder, what happens over there is that the person, he or she might produce signs and symptoms which are real. So in case of the factitious disorder, the person produces, first of all, the person produces, like he himself or herself will produce those symptoms and signs. He will produce those signs and symptoms which will mimic a real disease. So he will produce signs and symptoms which will mimic a real disease. Okay, so this is called as the factitious disorder. Don't get confused, I am here to help you. And we will first of all try to differentiate the factitious disorder from another group of disorder which were called as the somatiform disorders. So in case of somatiform disorder, there are symptoms. Okay, there are symptoms and the symptoms, they are not being produced by anyone. Like in case of factitious disorder, the person himself or herself is producing the symptoms, but in case of factitious disorder, nobody is producing those symptoms. Okay, and also if we do the investigations and the labs, there is no real thing. Whereas in case of factitious disorder, if we do the investigation, like we feel that it is a real disease. For example, let's say the patient will come to you and he or she will say that I am having a colicky pain. I am having a colicky pain in right lower abdomen, and also I am having hematuria. So he or she will say that he is having colicky pain in the right lower abdomen, and he or she has hematuria. Now how will he or she produce hematuria? So actually you will say that okay, can you bring a sample of your urine for me? She will say yeah, okay. She or he will go to the toilet, and with the help of a needle will prick, and will add blood to the urine, so that the hematuria seems to appear real. So that is what is happening in case of factitious disorder. That is, the patient is producing the signs and symptoms upon himself or herself so as to mimic the disease. So that is the whole idea in case of factitious disorder, which differentiates it from the somatiform disorder. Because in case of somatiform disorder, the person was not producing the symptoms, rather the person was experiencing the symptoms because of some psychiatric disturbance. But in this case, because of some psychiatric disturbance, the patient himself or herself is producing those symptoms so as to mimic a disease in case of factitious disorder. Now, mainly this factitious disorder is seen in case of females, and the symptoms may be like hematuria or stuff like that. And also the factitious disorder are called as the Munchausen's syndrome. It is called as Munchausen's syndrome. And we say that in case of factitious disorder or the Munchausen syndrome, the symptoms, they are conscious. The symptoms, they are being produced consciously. So the symptoms, they are conscious, but like what is the motivation behind producing those symptoms, that is rather not known. So the motivation for producing those symptoms, like you might think, why the patient is producing symptom? Is there any goal he or she is trying to achieve? No, we do not know. The patient even doesn't know why or she is producing those symptoms. So motivation is not known, but the symptoms, they are conscious, and they are, they are known to the patient, like patient is producing the symptoms by himself or herself. And we can say that probably the symptoms are being produced so as to get medical attention or stuff like that. And this is the idea that the patient might uh, might is trying to seek medical attention, that is why he or she is producing those symptoms. That is just a theory, but the real motivation is not known in case of factitious disorder or the Munchausen syndrome. I hope I am clear with the factitious disorder. Let me revise it once again. So in case of factitious disorder, what happens over there is that the patient himself or herself produces the signs and the symptoms, and these signs and symptoms, they mimic the real disease. While in case of somatoform disorder, the symptoms, they are not being produced by the patient, rather the symptoms are being experienced. And when we do the investigations in case of somatoform disorder, there is no real thing, whereas in case of factitious disorder, the investigation, they seem to have a real disease. And for example, I gave you an example of hematuria and stuff like that. Now also it is called as the Munchausen syndrome. And like there is a theory that the patient might be seeking some medical attention, and he or she enjoys being investigated, and being investigated, and also they will comply with all the procedure, they will comply with all the procedures. Okay, so this is the Munchausen syndrome. Now, along with Munchausen syndrome or the factitious disorder, there is something which is called as the Munchausen syndrome by proxy. There is something which is called as Munchausen syndrome by proxy. Now, in this condition, again there are symptoms, but in this case, the symptoms, they are not being produced by the patient upon himself. Rather, there is another person who might be a caregiver of that patient, who might be a caregiver, and he or she is trying to produce those symptoms on a person in custody. So the symptoms are being produced on a person in custody, and the symptoms, they appear to be real. And the problem is not with that person in the custody, rather the problem is with the caregiver, because by producing the symptoms on the patient, on the person in the custody, actually medical attention is being sought. Okay, so actually medical attention is being sought by that caregiver, and she or he is trying to assume a sick role. Okay, he or she is trying to assume a sick role. For example, there might be a person with psychiatric disturbance, and he or she tries to produce or simulate apnea on his child, and as a result of which he or she will get medical attention, trying to assume a sick role. And you know what important thing, there is very very important thing, that is whenever the caregiver is absent, the symptoms, they are not there. The symptoms, the symptoms are not present. The symptoms are not present. So this is what is happening in the case of Munchausen syndrome by proxy. So again, in case of Munchausen syndrome by proxy, the symptoms, they are produced by a caregiver on a person in custody, and the symptoms, they appear to be real, and actually the patient is trying to assume a sick role and get the medical attention. And whenever the caregiver is absent, the symptoms, they are not simply present. And again, the symptoms are being consciously produced, but there is no motivation, like the motivation behind producing those symptoms is not known. Like the patient will not know why or he or she is producing those symptoms upon himself or on some other person. So that is the whole idea behind the factitious disorder. If you happen to like this video, do subscribe to the YouTube channel.